Dawson, it's getting pretty late now, so are you getting close to being home? I'm going to be heading to bed here soon, so...
I'm sorry, Trinity. I still have a bit more work that needs to get done here. I don't think I'll be able to get home until around midnight.
Well, if that was going to be the case, then you should have told me when you found that out. I've been worried about you this whole time.
Sorry. I've been so busy today that I haven't even been able to take a break to eat dinner.
What? You haven't eaten anything for dinner at work? Then would you like me to make something up for you to eat when you get home? You'll be starving for sure.
I'm already at the point of starvation right now. So once I have a chance to look away from my work, I'm gonna have a small bag of chips.
Is a small bag of chips really going to be good enough for you?
I think so. I also have a cup of coffee, so that should help.
What? I feel like recently you've really been pushing yourself a little too much with work. Don't you feel the same? Are you really that busy with work right now?
Yeah. It's a little bad here.
But just a little while back I was able to meet one of your coworkers. Jack, I think was his name. He was out on the town with his wife at the time.
He was telling me about how he just had his wedding anniversary with his wife. I'm sure that's the only reason you ran into them that day?
Is that so? Well, when do you think work is going to calm down for you then?
I think for the rest of this month, I'm gonna be stuck here.
I see. All right then. I guess for the rest of this month, I'll make sure to take great care of the house.
I'm sorry about that. You and I are both working jobs, yet recently I've forced you to have to take on all the chores and caring for our baby. And even on my days off, I haven't been able to do anything with our baby. I feel as though I'm a failure as a father. I'm surprised you even keep me around when I'm no use to you.
What are you talking about? You have no choice right now but to be at work all the time because you all have a lot to do there.
But right now, I'm not doing a single thing to help you out.
Yes, you are. You are working hard in that office to make sure we have money coming into this house just like I am. That is very helpful to me. Very helpful for us. I just want you to make sure with all that work you're paying close attention to your health. But starting next month, I'd like you to spend a little bit more time with the kid.
Alright, I can do that. I'll be getting that 3-day weekend as well, so we can all do something fun then.
Are you sure? I think if we could all go on a trip or something, then everyone would be happy. Now that I'm thinking about it, there is supposed to be this huge card-playing event going on next month. And Max has really been wanting to go to it and collect some more of his own favorite cards there. I think if I remember it all correctly, it'll be taking place that weekend.
Then let's all go do that. I think it would be a great chance for me and Max to bond more, and you can have some fun with the baby.
Sounds good. I'll let Max know. Do you want me to make the bath for you tonight?
I'm probably going to be too tired to take a bath tonight, so tomorrow morning, I'll get in the shower.
All right. Well then, good luck with your remaining work tonight.
Trinity? Something bad has happened.
What's happened?
My dad has fallen.
What? Your dad had a fall? Is he doing all right now?
From what I've heard, things aren't looking so good for him. He's been taken to the hospital for treatment. So that means once I'm done with work today, I'm gonna head straight over to my parents' house.
Do you want for me to come along with you? I can bring the kids along as well.
You don't have to do that. He seems to be in the ICU right now being treated. So there's no way all of us will be able to go in to see him. It's best that you guys just stay home and wait to hear back from me on how he's doing. I think the kids wouldn't want to see any of this either. And isn't Max coming down with a bit of a cold right now? I'll go to see my mom and dad for right now.
All right. I hope everything's okay there. Do you know if your dad is awake right now, or has he gone into a coma?
As of right now, he's awake and alert, so you don't have to worry that much about him just yet. I'm sure with him being my dad, it'll take just a few days in the ICU for him to get better, and he'll be moved into his own room where we can go to meet with him. Then you can even bring the kids with you.
But if you're going to be at your parents' house, that probably means you won't be coming back here for some time, right? It takes about half a day alone to get there by car.
That's a good point. So I'm going to be taking a few days off work to be there for my parents.
Will the company be all right with you doing that?
They would never make me stay at work when one of my parents is in the hospital. I hate to have to take time off work during such a busy season.
I'm sure you do, but there's plenty of time for you to work while there might not be as much time to be around your dad. Please take good care of your mom and dad while you go home. Oh, and if there's anything you think I can do to help, let me know. I want to help in any way possible.
Sure, but for the time being, I think things will be fine. And with my mom being all worked up right now, I think it's best I handle things myself for now. If you were to start talking with her right now, she might become overwhelmed and get sick herself. And nobody wants that right now.
All right then, I guess I'll just be waiting to hear back from you on how things are going there. You can leave the kids to me.
Okay, once I get over to see my mom, I'll listen to all the details and let you know. I'll probably be getting there late tonight, so hopefully you're still awake then.
Trinity, I'm not able to get in touch with Dawson right now. Has he not made it back home to your house yet? Good evening, Mabel. You're not able to get anything from him right now? I've been trying to call him for hours now, and he won't pick up. Right now his father is in very bad shape. I want for the both of you to come to the hospital as quick as you can. I can't be all by myself with my husband at a time like this. What? But Dawson said he went to your guys' house 2 days ago. What are you talking about? He never came back home to see me or go see his father. Dawson never went over to your house to be with you? That can't be possible. On the day that Dawson was told his dad had fallen and was taken to the hospital, he said that he'd be going straight to you both the moment he got out of work. And yesterday I was talking to Dawson about how he was able to go to the hospital to see his dad. He went to the hospital yesterday? I was with my husband that whole time and never saw Dawson. Even when I had to leave for an hour, when I came back, the nurses told me nothing about my son being there. Also, right now, Max is starting to get a cold, right? Because of that, Dawson had told me he couldn't make it out to see me on the day his father fell. Are you sure? Dawson told me that he took work off to go and be with you guys there. And this whole time, he hasn't come back here to see me and the kids. 2 days ago, when your husband collapsed and had to be taken to the hospital, that was all actually happening, right? Yes, of course it all was. Everything you heard about him is true. And since then, he's been in the ICU waiting to recover, but right now, the doctors told me he's not doing too well, and this could be it for him. Understood. For right now, I'll make my way out there to be with you. Is it all right for me to bring Max and the baby along with me as well? I don't have to bring them to the hospital, but I don't want to leave them both here. Of course you can bring the both of them. I would never ever let you leave them to come here without them. I happen to live close to my little sister, so she can stay with them while you come to the hospital. Just leave them both at my house, and she'll come right over. Thank you so much for that, Mabel. Oh, where is my son at right now? I'm afraid something bad might have happened to him while he was on his way here. Maybe an accident or something? I don't think that's the case. I got a call from him around lunchtime today, even. But when he called, he told me he was with his dad in the hospital. So, does this mean that he's lying to the both of us and has run off somewhere? That might just be the problem. But right now, let's not worry about him. We need to be focused on you and your husband. I'm getting the kids and will be on my way in a couple of minutes. I'm sure it's really hard to be there all alone right now, but I'll be there as fast as I can, so just wait a bit longer. Thank you, Trinity. I'm so sorry about having to put you through all of this. Don't apologize for that. Both you and your husband have been so kind to me. I would do anything to be around you guys. So please, don't worry about it. While I'm on my way there, I'll think about what to do with Dawson. I just want you thinking about your husband and being there for him.
I'm sorry, Trinity. I've become a little sick. It started sometime yesterday, and has only gotten worse. That's why I ended up sleeping for pretty much one whole day.
Is that so?
By the way, have you heard anything from my mom? Last night, it seems that she wanted to tell me some things.
I did. Your dad has passed away.
What? My dad passed away last night? You're lying.
Do you really think I'd be lying about something as heartbreaking as that?
Has he really passed away?
Hey, how come you're not aware of this, even though you were the one that went back to see your mom and dad and have been there since? You should be the one far more aware of what's going on over there, considering that's where you're supposed to be, right?
Actually, I've been staying at a hotel close to the hospital. I mean, if something bad were to happen, I would be able to get to the hospital a lot quicker from here.
And what hotel would that be? One that's closer to the hospital than your parents' house? Tell me the name of it.
What was it again?
I'm sure you're looking it up on your phone right now. You don't have to lie to me about it, Dawson.
I'm not lying to you. I really am staying at a hotel right now.
Listen here, bud. I am at your parents' house right now. I've also been going to the hospital. And when your dad passed away, I was right there beside him and your mom.
What?
I also heard about what's been going on from your mom. About how you never ended up going back to see her and your dad. You told her that you didn't plan on going because Max has a cold and you had to be around him, right? Even though you were telling me that right as work ended for you, you'd be heading straight to see her. Why are you lying to us at a time like this? Where the hell are you right now, Dawson?
I'm sorry.
Do not frickin' apologize to me. Where the hell are you? Answer me!
There was a sudden business trip I needed to go on. Right now, I'm in Idaho.
You had to go all the way to Idaho for a business trip? Why did you lie to me then?
When my dad had collapsed, I knew you and my mom would be upset with me for not going to see him because of a business trip. I was told that if I didn't go on this business trip, it would be the end of the company I'm working for. So, I had no choice.
I find it really ballsy of you to lie to us during a family emergency, all to go on a business trip. But I know that you're not actually on any business trip right now, right?
I am on one. I'm not kidding you. Please believe me.
I already called the company about you, though, okay? You took off 5 days of work using paid vacation. That's what they've said to me.
You called the office asking about me?
I had no idea what happened to you, so of course the next choice for me was asking them about what happened, so tell me what the actual frick is going on right now, Dawson.
I'm sorry.
Bull crap, I ask you again. Tell me what's going on.
I lied about the business trip. I left to go play around for a bit.
Really? All by yourself?
Yes.
Shut the hell up, you idiot. Why would you lie about so many things to go and play by yourself? You are such a joke. I went on the computer at home and looked up your recent search history. Found that you went on a website for a resort out in Colorado. And then I found the trip you booked there for 4 nights. And it says you booked the room for 2 people. Why would you pay for 2 people to stay there when it's only you, Dawson?
Because when booking the trip, there was supposed to be one other person coming. But they had to go to work last minute, so they couldn't make it.
Normally one would cancel the trip at that point.
Well, it was going to be my first time going to Colorado. I really wanted to come here to try skiing.
Ugh, would you cut it out with all this lying for once? You have been out there having an affair, you dick. I cannot frickin' believe you right now. Don't you frickin' dare bother coming back here again.
I haven't been having an affair.
Then why the hell is the room you booked for 4 nights a couple's room meant for those who are having honeymoons and anniversaries? You're telling me you would go and sleep in a room like that with one of your male friends? Does this mean you're bi or something then?
Well, the room was just really cheap at the time. And we're both good friends, So it's not like we cared about it being a romantic room.
Well, then let me ask you one more thing. There is one other woman from your work that's also taken the same amount of time off as you, isn't there? She's in another department, but...
What?
When I gave your office a call, Jack answered the phone. And a little bit after that, I got a call from Jack's wife. Isn't that strange of her? Well, she called to tell me that recently she's been hearing rumors about how you were going out with another woman from a different department in the office.
There's a misunderstanding somewhere in there. I'm sure that Jack has just been jealous of me and told his wife to start spreading a rumor like that.
I wonder. Because from what I was told, the woman who you've been with is also in Colorado.
But she's not a woman that I'm having an affair with.
I took some time to look at her Instagram account, though. After looking her up, she had a lot of stories with her in it showing how she's having a lot of fun at this resort out there. She had another man's face in the photos blurred out, but the hair and body all match yours. And do you know why that is? Because he's you. And I know that because I'm your frickin' wife.
I'm so sorry.
It's over, Dawson. Don't even bother apologizing to me. We're getting a divorce.
Wait, you have the wrong idea of this. I planned for this trip to be the end of mine and her relationship with one another. She's always asking me to be on her posts on Instagram. Yet I tell her every time that if she does that, you'll be able to find out. So, I told her this would be our last trip together since she was becoming too attached and reckless.
Is that supposed to make me feel better, Dawson? Should any of that matter to me? You think it's all right to be going on vacation when your dad is dying?
I thought that by using this trip as a way of ending things with her, then I could go back to the life that I had.
It's because you chose to have an affair in the first place that all of this is happening now. I want you to burn in hell for having a relationship with another woman who isn't your wife.
I only kept all of this a secret from you guys because I didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. And with her, I'm a little worried about what she might do. If she were to find out more about you, who knows what she would do to you? The thoughts of her going crazy scared me. And that's why I kept all of this a secret from you.
The whole reason you're in that position to begin with is because you cheated on me. I don't give a crap about what you're afraid of, you idiot. And stop changing the topic of this conversation.
I'm sorry. I am so very sorry.
Dang right you are, and I'm not going to forgive you for any of it. And when it comes to your mom, she's cutting ties to you.
Cutting ties to me? What about my dad's funeral and everything?
She is going to have it without you, and I'll be here to help. So don't worry about that.
But I want to see my dad's face one last time. I'm going to head back home right now.
What the hell did I tell you? Don't bother coming back here anymore. You won't even make it in time anyway. The funeral will be over, and you won't have anywhere to go then. Everyone will have cut ties to you by that point. You're just a stranger to all of us.
Do not call me a stranger, please. I understand that right now a lot of people, including you, are very upset with me. But to me, the most important people in my life are you and the kids.
The whole reason you've been coming home so late this past month is because you've been going over to her house, right? What the hell do you mean we are the most important to you? Everything you are saying to me right now is nothing more than crap.
Please forgive me. I will never cheat on you with anyone again.
Don't even say things like that to me now.
I was an idiot for doing all of this. I'm sorry. From now on, I'll only be living for you and the kids.
If you're going to be that regretful of your actions right now, then maybe you shouldn't have been fooling around with another woman to begin with. We both work full-time jobs, and yet I was left to do all the chores and raise the kids. All while you went out to screw another woman. And then, when your dad is on the verge of death, you leave to go have sex with her in Colorado for 4 nights straight? You think I want to go back to having a relationship with someone like you? I won't. I can't. When I was looking at her posts and stories of how happy she was looking with you and you with her, it broke my heart in half. Are you not aware of that yet? I have been working my butt off all by myself for the past month for nothing more than a terrible truth that I wish I could have lived without.
Trinity, I am so sorry. I'm going to get every bit of the faith you lost in me back. So, please, give me one last chance to be your husband. Please? To me? You and the family are very important.
It's hard to get back trust and faith once it's been crushed. And your dad will never be coming back to see you. You destroyed everything you once had, all in order to get your dick wet. You are nothing to the rest of us anymore. Nothing to your mom, your dad, your kids, and me. Go rot in hell, Dawson! Like I had told him, he was never going to make it home in time for the funeral and only just got back to his mom's house after his dad was cremated. This left him standing out in front of the crematorium for the whole afternoon crying his eyes out while everyone else was inside doing the same. But of course, the ones that deserved to cry the most was myself, my mother-in-law, and my kids. When everything was over with, everyone left the crematorium, and while doing so, glared at Dawson, who stood there emotionless looking back at all of us. He was not let back into his mom's house after that, and so he started to make his way back home. From there, I talked with Dawson through a lawyer about the separation of our properties and the custody of my children before we had our divorce. He cried and cried and cried about how he didn't want to get a divorce, but his mom was there as well and forced him to sign the papers. After signing the papers, he watched as my lawyer gathered all the things up and took me and my mother-in-law out of the house, leaving him there all alone. When it came to Dawson and his work, word of what had happened to him spread through the building, and soon after, he and the other woman had to go and talk with the regional manager where they were both scolded. In the end, Dawson and the woman ended up breaking things off. Apparently, the woman was happy to say goodbye to him as she found herself another man soon after. But Dawson was stuck in his regrets about what all had happened to him. That woman he was with is with another co-worker in the company, but that really has nothing to do with me any, so I've stopped caring about it. When it comes to myself, I've started working a lot harder at work in order to get out earlier and see my kids for longer each day. No one whom I work with is complaining about it either, as they all understand completely why I need to be home a lot right now. We are actually in the middle of moving back in with my parents, and it has taken some time to do so. But once the kids and I are fully settled back down, I'll be able to stay at work longer and let my parents be with their grandkids. For that final month with Dawson, I had been on my own a lot anyway, raising my kids and working, so this new life doesn't feel all that new to me, actually. I'm sure that's kind of a depressing thing to say, but this divorce was going to happen sooner or later, so it's best that I got in some training before the real thing went down. What really sucks, though, is how much of an impact all of that made on me. Having both my husband cheat on me and my father-in-law pass away so soon. But since I have kids to take care of still, I don't really have the time to overthink those kinds of sad things. I just have to live with the new world I found myself in and make sure that my kids will always come first. And that I do my best when it comes to being their mother. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.